Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today I will be answering the 30 questions tag. I've been tagged in it by Yorkshire Budgets and also Scottish Highlander on a budget. So yeah, let's see how this goes. I'm going to be colouring in this debt tracker, which I misplaced, and then I found it in the debt envelope, which, you know, more organised than I thought. So I can colour it now I've found it. To mark off how much I have paid off my debt. Just looking at pens. We'll go for a purple for a change. Okay, so I have paid off £785.93 at the last count up. I've actually paid more than that now, but there's 70 balloons here. So each one I'm going to say is £25. So I'm going to colour in 31 balloons while I answer the 30 questions. Okay, here goes. How old are you? I am hanging on by a thread to 48. What would be your perfect slice of pizza? It used to be pepperoni and pineapple. I know that's quite controversial. These days, I tend to like a spicy beef. You know, like a minced spicy beef pizza with red onion on the top, just to sweeten it. Number 3, if you could eat one thing, oh my gosh, I can't even speak. If you could speak, what would you say? No. If you could only eat one thing, what would it be? Probably cheese. If it's one item, it would probably be cheese. You know, cheese on toast, cheese on mash, cheese sandwich, cheese on pasta. Yeah, cheese. Not your strong, stinky cheese, but yeah, I'll say cheese. If it was meal, one meal forever, don't know, you know. I like, you know, like a pasta dish with white wine and cream sauce, mushrooms, chicken, that kind of thing. Number 4, how many children do you have? I have 2, both adults now. I have one of each, a boy and a girl. Yeah. What's the worst movie you've seen? Oh, Pokemon 2000. Took my little one to the cinema to see it and then had to sit through it, and it just went on and on and on and on and on. Pokemon 2000. How often do you listen to music? All the time, every day. If I get in the car, I've got music on. I also have Spotify and have music on. If I go to the plot, I'll either put music on or I will listen to a podcast. But in the summer, you know, the summer nights when it's hazy and everything needs watering, my allotment is 30 metres long and about 8 metres wide. So it's quite big, quite a lot to water. It takes about half an hour on the summer evenings to water it. So there's nothing nicer than just putting on your playlist and watering everything while you're listening and jamming to some music with a hosepipe. When was the last time you cried? I cry all the time. I'm either laughing or crying. I'm a very emotional person. I'm quite a strong person. I'm quite a warrior woman. But yeah, I'm very emotional. I can cry at the adverts on telly, you know, when they bring them out for Christmas. Yeah, just all heartbreaking, really. So I cried earlier because I was watching something on the telly. So yeah, there you go. Are you a morning person or night person? I'm definitely a morning person. Get up and get stuff done. If it comes to night time, I just feel tired. I don't know if it's to do with the daylight, but me and my kids have got a theory about this. Now, I was born early morning and I'm a morning day person, get stuff done. My kids were both born at tea time, which 4-5 o'clock-ish PM, and they are both night people. So I don't know if there's something in that, you know. I don't know, but there you go. There's a theory. Cook in or eat out? I was a single parent for 20 years. I learned how to cook. And so it's nice to go out and have food out and be spoilt that way. And then you don't have to wash up because honestly, when you've cooked and then you've got to blooming wash up and everything else as well, it's hard work, 20 years day in, day out. However, with learning to cook, there's nothing worse than paying to eat out somewhere and it being rubbish. You know, and you feel like you've wasted your money and it were crap. Yeah, so probably cooking. I don't know. It's a hard one to answer that. Mainly cooking, sometimes eat out. There you go, that's my answer. Sitting on that fence again, I'll get splinters in my butt. How many languages can you speak? I can speak one, and that is Yorkshire. Now then, I did learn a bit of French at school. Je m'appelle Cherry Blossom Budget. What else can I say? I used to be able to order a cheese sandwich. Yeah, see, cheese. Is it je voudrais un sandwich de fromage or something like that? Yeah, I can also do the days of the week in French. So, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi. And then there was a song and it went, Samedi et dimanche, la semaine recommence, or something like that. And it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those are the days of the week. Ta-da! That's about the extent of any language other than Yorkshire that I speak. So there you go, very disappointing, isn't it, really? I'd love to be fluent in Italian or, you know. Foods you dislike. Are you ready for the list? Fish, eggs, lamb, kidney, liver. Yeah, not that long a list, really. Everything I didn't like as a kid, I still don't like now. And when I say I don't like fish, I mean anything, everything, any seafoody thing at all. Sometimes people say they don't eat seafood and then they like cod or, you know, or they don't like fish but they'll eat prawns. Yeah, none of it, thank you. And eggs, I don't mind eggs if they're in a cake or a quiche, but the quiche, it has to be some strong flavoured. I can't be having the taste of egg. So, preferably cheese on the quiche. Yeah, those are the foods that I dislike. What else have we got? Favourite film now then. I didn't know whether to say this one or not, but I do like it. Quite like a rom-com. And the one that I've watched numerous times is actually called Friends with Benefits. But it's not what you think. There is a bit of sex in there. But really it's about two people who have just had enough of, you know, relationships, and they become friends and then they have sex, but it's different because it's like, oh, there's no barriers, they're not guarded because they're not interested in having relationships with each other. Anyway, so yeah, it's very good, and eventually they do fall in love, and you can actually see the moment it changes, you know, between a friendship and just this casual thing to something deeper. I like that. It's not just about that either. The male character's dad's got dementia. The female character's mum's a wild hippie lady. It's got Justin Timberlake in it, Mila Kunis in it, and is it Woody Harrelson? He used to be in Cheers years ago. I don't know if any of you will remember Cheers. I won't sing the song, but I won't put you through my singing again. I'm doing these balloons and I have no idea how many I've done, but I know that I've paid off with it 46.8%, so it'll be nearly half, won't it? Right, where are we? Let me see. Favourite TV show? I hadn't really got one. Being a single parent for all those years and not being able to go out on a night sort of thing, I did used to watch the soaps, but I've not watched them for years. Yeah, I've watched Friends and all that. I just watch Netflix these days. I'll tell you what I'm watching at the moment. Is it Orange is the New Black from years ago? I watched The Gentleman recently on Netflix. That's really good if you're looking for something to watch. I don't know if you know Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels from years ago, but it's sort of filmed in a very similar way to that. Yeah, so I can't answer that question either. Where were you born? Well, get your guesses ready, because I bet you can't guess. And I know that you think I'm going to say Yorkshire, but I'm not. I was actually born in London. And I came up here, primary school age, and I used to practice and practice and practice the Yorkshire accent. because I didn't want to stand out and be different because I talked weird. And now I wish I hadn't bothered. Well, there you go. Right, actor, actress crush. No, I can't think of any off the top of my head. Justin Timberlake in that film's not bad, like. What annoying habit do you have? I say all the time in these videos. Another annoying habit I have is I like to sing very loudly, and I'm a very bad singer. But I like music a lot, you see. So I sing quite loudly, particularly in the car, and I always get the words wrong. So it's bad enough that you're making this noise and this racket while you're singing along to a tune, but then to sing the wrong words, and I never get the words right, ever. Kids just laugh now. I don't know if they find it annoying as much as amusing these days. But I actually have to turn the music quite loud so I can't hear myself. That's how bad it is. Anyway, I can't believe I've just confessed that. Right, are you afraid of spiders? Not particularly. They're not something that I like, but being a single parent for 20 years, you know, if there's a spider in the house, you don't want your little kids freaking out. So you just get rid of it, don't you? But actually, a few years ago, I knocked the shed down in the garden. And I say a shed, it were more like, if I say a summer house, I sound really grand. But actually, no, it were just this falling apart, decrepit thing. But it were massive. So I decided to take it down. And honestly, the spiders in that, by the end of it, I was just literally picking them up like that and throwing them, you know, onto grass to get out of my way. And then I got an allotment a few years ago, so there's all sorts up there. Dead rats, spiders, yeah, toads, worms, all sorts. So, no, not particularly. My earliest memory. See, I didn't really want to answer this one either, because my early memories were horrific. And I wouldn't even attempt to put you through any of that, let alone feel comfortable discussing it. Abused child, didn't have much family, blah, blah, blah. But I did actually remember learning to ride a bike. I was staying with this family, and they were trying to teach me to ride a bike, and it were a chopper. Now, those of you of a certain age will know what a chopper is. But basically, on this bike called a chopper, the seat was like this long, really long, thin, almost blocky, rectangular seat. So I remember riding that and thinking I were very good, you know, while someone were holding back of it. Anyway, I'm pedalling and pedalling and pedalling, and I just looked to the side of me, and there's nobody behind me, which meant I were doing it myself. But of course, I then panicked and crashed and cut all my knee open and my face, like you do. So I remember that, so I will disclose that to you. And yeah, I could ride a bike after that. I've lost my place now. Oh, my favourite season, I'll tell you in a minute. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 3 more balloons. Do you think that one needs colouring? I will do. So that's 1. So 2 more. 29. Favourite season, probably summer. But I do like spring as a close second. I just love the sun. I love the way it makes you feel. I love the way it is on your face. I love the way everybody comes alive. You know, I love the long nights, I suppose. You know, where it stays light for ages and everyone's out of work, and yeah. I keep losing my place here. Short or long hair? Long hair. Always had long hair, and then I had it cut short. Well, I basically cut it all off. I had to go in for an operation in 2020 before the world went mad, and it was a bit of a dicey situation. So I cut all my hair off in preparation. But it's since grown back, and then I kept it just below the shoulder, but I need an haircut, so it's now halfway down my back. So I will say long hair. Last drink I had was coffee. I could do with a drink right now. I'm getting a bit dry. I don't want to cough on camera. Coffee, yeah. I love coffee, adore coffee. I have a coffee machine, and I called it Wilfred. And Wilfred is my friend. What piece of... Do you know, I'm sure there was a pet question. Where's that? Never mind all this deep, dark stuff about my life. Where's the pet question? Yeah, I've also got an additional pet, which is a coffee machine called Wilfred. What piece of advice would you give your younger self? Well, it's a budgeting channel, so look after your money. But the problem is, you see, I didn't have any money. I was trying to survive for a lot of years. And then I had kids, so everything goes into them then. But yeah, look after your money. Don't think that buying things can make up for things that have been missing in your life, that should have been in your life, because it can't. And other than the money situation, I would say, you know, I'd tell myself that just keep surviving, you'll get through it, you'll find peace, you'll be safe, and that kind of stuff. And you'll be, luckily, a very good mum to your kids. Because when you don't have parents, it's very hard to know how to bring your kids up. But luckily, when they were born, I just loved them. So I just did what I could for them in every way possible. Out of love, sheer love. So I was lucky that way. Yeah, moving on. The last book I read, it was about ambivalence, resistance to change and all that stuff. I can't tell you who it's by. It's not near me, but yeah, that's what I was reading up on. Eye colour, brown. Favourite musician. I like Pink. She's a singer, acrobat, all that. Not sure she'd be classed as a musician, although singer is a musician. And The Script. Pink and The Script are my favourites. Now, I've loved Pink for 20 odd years and The Script since it came out. I've not seen Pink in concert, unfortunately, although I've tried and she was in UK last year and she's been in UK again. Oh, she's coming to UK this year, still no tickets. So that is unfortunate, but I will get to see her one day, even if I have to travel for it. But I've seen The Script twice. Yeah. Love them. I do like other music. I like a bit of Motown and a bit of R&B, and then I like dance music and modern pop and things like that. Favourite thing to do on a Friday night? Well, as you may know, if you've watched any of my channel, I do occasionally go for a bottomless brunch on a Friday afternoon and do a bit of shopping beforehand. And so on those particular Friday nights, I like coming home at a decent hour, you know, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, putting my pyjamas on, half cut, you know, make something to eat, just chill out on the sofa. That's my favourite thing to do on a Friday night, but it doesn't happen often. Do you have a pet? Yes, I have 3. I was going to say 2, but we'll call Wilfred the coffee machine a pet. I have 2 cats and they are called Mary and Mabel. Mary is 13 and Mabel is 3. And Mabel thinks it's good to jump on Mary's back, and that is like a teenager jumping on a pensioner's back, I do believe. So not ideal. When I took Mary to the vet, they called her a geriatric, which I thought were a bit harsh, really. But she was diagnosed with kidney disease 2 years ago, and they told me that they didn't know how long she'd live. Probably not for long, but they couldn't say exactly, and that were over 2 years ago. And sometimes she's very sprightly, you know, and bounces around like a kitten. So yeah, what makes you laugh? Both my kids and my cats, really. Both my kids are very big in spirit. They're big personalities. I think they're hilarious. So that's what makes me really belly laugh more than anything else. Happiest memory? Having both my kids, and I know that sounds corny, but it's very true. I had a shit... Oh, I swore on here. Oh, it's only taken 3 months. It wasn't a bad swear word though, was it? Yeah, I had quite a lot of heartache, hardship in my life. Boo-hoo, woe is me. It's fine. We all go through stuff. But yeah, horrific stuff when I was a kid and that. Anyway, when I had my son, it was a few weeks off my birthday. So he was the best birthday present I ever had, even to this day. And he's in his 20s now. And my daughter was born just before Christmas. Again, the best Christmas present I ever had. to this day. So those are my happiest memories, the day that both of those were born. Amazing. Favourite colour? My favourite colour is purple. And I bet you wouldn't have guessed that either. Not necessarily this purple either. I quite like a blue purple. Like a blue base you see on there. That's my preference. But yeah, I'm not purplist. I like all purples. But if I had to choose, it would be a blue base. Like this kind of. Or this even. Yeah, so right, this is the last balloon, and that was the last question. So thank you very much for listening to my dulcet tones and the story of my boring life. Told you I were boring, Michelle. The people who tagged me were the Yorkshire Budgets and Scottish Highlander on a Budget. This was started by SNR Budget Journey, who used to be called Budget with Samantha, I believe. I have to tag 4 people. I will be tagging the Canny Tally, Miss Budgets, Save with Danny, and Budget with Kerry. And that is that. Thanks for listening, guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye.